Welcome in and thanks for joining today's stream elements. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Clarkio. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Rugmatbud. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Clarkio. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Freikberg. Welcome in and thanks for joining today Royal_. Welcome in and thanks for joining today
Rugmat. I am smiling from ear to ear, seeing all the names already waiting and anticipating. It's very kind of you all. Appreciate you being patient with me. We're going to get started real quick. I really like the song, though. I'll tell you that much. I generally don't like when they have music in them. But...
Thanks for joining today, SMC Mike.
Hey, May. Good to see you. Shh. Where do rabbits go after they get married? On a bunny moon. Patient, I was just here to complain. Where are you? I mean, I see all the chat messages from earlier today because I had it open. I see Jeopardy music playing in my head for May. FBI command attempted by Frackberg. I'm going to be sad if no Clarkio today. No need to be sad, sir, but I appreciate that. May said me too. How can you tell a vampire has a cold? They start coughing. Says RugmatBot.
Thanks for joining today, SMC_May_I.
Yes, I do know you were here. I very, very much appreciate that. It's so kind of you. What do you do when you see a spaceman? Park your car, man. What? That should be something from Dude, Where's My Car? Right there. Releasey, good to see you doing the overlay color change right there. May with the TikTok. Quotes around 2 p.m. What time is it? It's 2:10. Come on, that's around 2 p.m. 2-ish his time. Yes, exactly, May. Rugmat giving me the quotes around. Quote unquote around.
We'll go for 100.
All right, let's run these ads to get them out of the way. Make Twitch happy. Booyah. Yeah. Hiya. You don't like when this song has music? No, I don't like when the I meant to say when the music has lyrics. Yeah, words, exactly, Rugmat. You knew what I meant. Pretty distracted today, so win of the week. I'll be in your state all next week. Yay, like close? Frackberg? Hit me up in the DM, sir. Let me know. Oh my gosh. There's an opportunity for us to meet in person. We got to grab coffee or something. Come on, Frackberg. I will adjust my schedule. We'll make it happen. Even if it's like a quick 30-minute thing. Where we get a chance to grab some coffee or something. I thought RugmatBot would help me out. I think the define command is only me. Yeah. Releasey in a circle. So basically until 3 p.m. it's still around. Right. Eight ads? They gotta be quick, right? StreamerBot released 1.0. I installed that this morning. It seems to be working okay. I like that they have dark mode now. Shout out to Nate who creates that for free. Win of the week, great time at the NFL game list. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so excited for football to start, May. So excited. This is one of the years where I've probably watched the most preseason football. I mean, I'm not saying I watched a lot. I've watched maybe a handful of games. I'm so pumped. And then I'm in 2 leagues. Thankfully, I limit it to that. And one of the leagues, we're doing a draft. We had already started the draft like no, actually not last week. I would say maybe 5 days ago. And what's really cool about it, I've never done this type of drafting before for fantasy football, that is, where everybody gets 24 hours to make their pick. Now, has anybody taken the full 24 hours yet? No. But I really like not having the pressure of like everybody's got to do the draft. It's in a congested or accelerated 2-hour time slot where everybody gets 3 minutes to make a pick. It's super like laid back and nice doing it this way. It's the first time I'm ever doing a fantasy football draft that way, where you get 24 hours to make a pick. I mean, you have to start like now, you know. We're on what round are we in right now? No one's, it's probably up to me to make a pick right now when I'm saying this. Is it my turn yet? Let's see. No, it's not my turn yet. We are on round 9 of 22. It's also a league where the scoring style is different than traditional fantasy football, where it's like,
welcome in,
I don't know, we'll talk about it.
Joining today, BioCow.
What's up, BioCow? Good timing. We're just getting started here. Are the ads done? I think the ads are done. All right, let's do the dance. Let's do the thing. We got to do an accelerated program today. You tried. Thanks for letting me know. Ads are done for Ackberg and May. I like picking during the pressure so we could smack talk. There is some fun about that too. I hear you. My other league is like that. All right, here we go. This angle is always so weird to me. I need to add more cameras. We need more cameras set up. What are we doing? Why does it say I'm offline on here? That ain't right. There we go. Oh yeah, Rugmat with the Matrix movement. Good timing. What the heck? Microphone's taking me out.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today Code with CM.
You barely hear the music? Oh, it's loud in my ears. There we go. Damn, we gotta turn it up. How's that, chat? Still low? It's so loud. Not as loud as my voice. Yeah, it's intentional. It's intentional. Oh my.
Rugmat wants you to stare into their soul.
All right, here we go, Rugmat. Get the eyes ready. All right, Rugmat wants a staring contest. Here we go. Oh. Hold on, headphones got ripped out. 3, 2, 1. Oh, my eyes are burning. Oh, man. No. Oh, man, my eyes are burning. I normally can go longer than that. Hold on. Let's try one more time. Give me one more chance. Three, 2, 1. Get the microphone in front of my face here. My eye is burning. I can't. Normally I can go like a whole minute staring. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Sorry, Rugmat. I tried my best. Best 2 out of 3. 1 to 1. You telling me I gotta go again? I gotta go again? Is that what you're saying, chat? Biocaus is too intense in all caps. There's so many eyes, I don't know where to look. I do like that sound effect. You had a restart. We deserve one. Okay. All right, here we go. 3, 2. It's the problem is like the key light here. It's you see the shadow when I do that? That is blaring in my face. Hold on, let me turn it away. Now let's try. Oh, that's much better. All right, what is my hand doing there? How did you do that? That was good. That you got me there, Roy Lisi. You got me with that one. I didn't realize I had that set up in this scene. Blink. You know you want to blink. Yeah, I did. You got me. Too slow. Roy Lisi got me with the head pat. I didn't know that was available in this scene. All right, that looked hilarious. Yeah, it was very weird. All right, listen. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Glad to see you all. The music isn't like I hear the music. Oh, the music's at a different level there, huh? Yeah, I have the music maxed out at minus 25 or 18 minus 18 dB. So last week you said you didn't have an overhead cam. So what do you call the camera that shows the dog bed? That is, I don't really consider this an overhead because it's like, I mean, I guess it is technically it is over my head, but normally overhead cam like looks straight down onto the desk. Okay. Normally, like to me, overhead cam is like a 90-degree angle to the floor, you know, looking down at the floor type of thing. So that's why I say that. But technically, this is over my head. Like my head is here. There it goes, you know? So, there is that. You make a fair point, man. You make a fair point is what I'm getting at. You always miss the dance party? You just missed the dance party, JT. So how is the music level now? Because I turned it up in Pretzel. And, but then I can control it to where it's not as loud in my ears. So, music is good now? Okay. Biocaus, I usually do, but caught it this time. There you go. Nice bed. Yeah. Bower lays. Or that's where I sleep at night. Chat. I just live in this room.
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible. No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
kind of know the words to that. It's a nice level for a good music bed below the stream. Oh, I get what you're saying. Thank you, JT. Good to see you, by the way. Biocat. I'm in a funny mood today, chat. BioCow, Rugmat, Code with Sean, May, Clarkio Bot, Roy Lisi, Frackberg. Who else is in chat that I didn't say hi to yet? I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being patient and waiting for me to start the stream today late. Welcome into the Clarkio Shenanigans Show, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, most of the time on Fridays, right here on twitch.tv/ClarkIO and youtube.com/ClarkIO, Clarkio, however you want to say it. I don't care. I like saying Clarkio, but, you know, the idea is Clark input output type of thing. That's where the name comes from. And Rufio. Anyone get that reference? Those of you that have been around long enough should know. I've shared it before. All right, let's get into wins of the week. If you're new here, you're not familiar with the stream flow, we start off with just chatting like this, talking about wins of the week, ! WOTW in the chat. Thank you, Rugmat, for doing that. In case you're not familiar with what that means, start off on a positive note. Think about something positive that happened this week and share it with the community here, and we'll celebrate together with a big round of applause, and thank you for sharing. Then we'll get into Wordle and connections. Wordle, you don't want me to win or get the answer, so don't help me. Okay? You want me to lose. And connections, we play together just for fun. And then we get into words on stream, where I'm building out a tool for that. And I've done some work off stream, but that's the technical segment of the show. And we're going to try and get into that as fast as possible today. Bang, bang, boom. Bang, bang, boogie. Okay? So that's the plans. All right? We're going to go until, since I started late, we're going to go until like 5:30 p.m. Eastern time today. Mrs. Clarkio is going to handle picking up the kiddos and stuff like that. Well, some of them. The other ones got practice and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's that. Let's get into wins of the week. How's everybody doing? What's your win of the week? What happened this week? I want to hear the good stuff that you got going on. What is it saying? Okay, awesome.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Dylan Carr.
Dylan, good to see you. Hey, Clarkio, win of the week, built a new gaming/editing PC. That is fun. Congrats on that, and thank you for sharing, Dylan. Appreciate you. Dylan is the most recent win of the week I shared there. I do know other folks shared wins of the week, but I got distracted by work messages that came up here. I didn't realize. Where was this shared? Oh, in announcements.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Slug 9066.
Dude. Was that Slugger? Hey, what's up, Slugger? Happy to have you here. Sorry, I'm distracted by work right now, which is, you know, I think you can all understand that. My, like, C-level executive reacted to something in our chat messages stuff that's going on. This is a good opportunity for me to call out. Shout out to my company that I work for, Sneak, SNYK, that is, Sneak Security. You can check them out at sneak.io, snyk.io. It's fantastic. If you want to ask questions about that, I can very happily speak about that, but I try not to make this like a, you know me, those of you that know me, I'm not like trying to sell you on it. Like, you're either interested in it or you're not. If you want me to talk about it, I'll talk about it. If you want to learn more, I can help you learn more. And I share things, sprinkle things about it here and there, every now and then. But basically, I work there, and my leadership, they don't. So hashtag not sponsored, hashtag not an ad, hashtag not endorsed or anything like that. But my leadership is like, yeah, you can stream your normal stream time on Fridays. Since I've gotten hired, which is almost 4 years ago now, which is kind of crazy how fast that has gone by. So big shout out to them. But then on top of that, they've had me focused on my primary responsibilities is around building video content, educational content for the Sneak YouTube channel, among other things. But that's like the big thing, the big priority. And I had shared that we just crossed. Also, thanks to you all for helping out with that. Many of you are big supporters of the channel there. We just crossed 12,000 subscribers on that channel, which is freaking amazing. When I first started, the channel was at like 5-ish thousand, 6,000, and so we were like doing some live streams then, and like making some videos sporadically here and there, and it was just kind of like a video archive of like anything that was recorded by the company back then. So like think Zoom recordings, Zoom presentations and workshops that were recorded where you see the person's camera in the very far corner and like their screen and it's not very legible and stuff like that. Like it doesn't make for a YouTube video, right? But we were just doing that. We were doing everything we possibly can, just getting content out there in various formats. And lots of people had access to upload to the channel. And then we were like in my team, in the developer relations team, we're like, hey, we're going to take ownership of this and we're going to lock it down to where like we'll still allow people to upload stuff that need to, just in an unlisted or private way, so that it's not part of the YouTube algorithm and like approach. And then we're going to be doing our own program around this where we're going to be doing videos. And since then, okay, chat, I was just doing the reason I bring this up is because I was just looking up analytics after we crossed the 12,000 subscriber mark. We've been doing it for this whole approach where I'm releasing a main video, and then 5 like shorts, typically for the most part, 5 vertical shorts, YouTube shorts videos every week. So 6 videos total. And we've been doing that for, again, every week for a year and about 4 months now. And so I was like, okay, let me take stock in like how does that year and 4 months compare to the previous like 6 to, I think it was 8 years actually, that the channel has been in existence for the company. And we have exceeded in many categories. In fact, when it comes to, so let me put it this way. In 8 years, we had published 865 random videos. That would be live streams, tailored videos for YouTube sporadically, and then just like dumping ground of like archiving all kinds of videos, like I said before, right? 865 of those. Since then, in this new focused approach, we have released 413. Okay, so it gives you like, that's like half, let's say, like roughly we'll say half in a year and 3 months. We have done half of what we did in 8 years in terms of video content. Then when it comes to things like subscribers, in 8 years, we gained 7,000 subscribers. And in 1 year and 3 months, we have gained like 4,600 subscribers. So like about half in just a year and 3 months, we've made in what we've made in 8 years, which is kind of wild to me. In terms of views, the views are a little bit like they're a little wishy-washy because we have another team that like does like digital advertising, and they do like, I've made videos for them that are not like public videos for the YouTube channel, but it's like advertising saying, hey, we're running this workshop, or we're doing this hackathon, or this conference, or something like that. Come check it out, right? And we'll run ads against that, and those video views still count against the whole channel. And it's hard, like with YouTube analytics, it's hard to break those separate from the main videos in a lot of cases. But overall, in 8 years, we got 3.1 million views. And in 1.25 years since doing this new program, we have 5.6 million views total. Keep in mind, again, that's digital advertising spend where they're paying, like the company's paying money for views to get in ads on other videos and stuff like that. So that probably, I don't know the specifics of that, so it'll probably ramp things up, but a good portion of that is from the organic viewership that we get from the videos that I've been making, and a few other colleagues have been helping out and making too. What else? comments wise. So like in 8 years, we had 648 comments, which is honestly not a lot. And I feel like if you think about the grand scheme of things, right? But in 1 year, 3 months, we've gotten 330 comments. So nearly half in just a year and 3 months versus 8 years, which is, I think, is a huge improvement. And then impressions wise, so like how often YouTube is putting our content, our video content in front of other people. In 8 years, we had 6.4 million views. And in 1.25 or 1.1 year, 3 months, I say 1.25, I put in this table that I made, it's 4.6 million views. So like we're getting like 75% of the number of views in a year and 3 months versus 8 years. Anyway, I'm very proud of like the success we've had with it, and that's why I like put this table together of data and shared it with my leadership. So I'm feeling good about that. And so I just wanted to call that out to you all, because I know you all have contributed to that. Every little bit, 1 like, 1 view, whatever it may be, I really appreciate your help with that. And I feel good about that. And all that was sparked from because I had shared in our team chat that like we crossed 12,000 subscribers, and then my boss had shared it in a broader space on like an announcements channel. And in that, I'm looking at who reacted to that, and I see my like C-level executive for my part of the organization did the whole party blob reaction and celebration thing, ta-da thing. So that's really cool to see. And I didn't realize this. It's actually got shared yesterday. I don't know why I didn't get a notification. Oh, because I didn't get tagged in it, actually. So that's cool that it got added there. I didn't notice it. And then my skip level tagged me in it saying, great job. And that's how I just noticed it now. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by that. We were talking wins of the week. That's one of my wins, I was going to say, actually. Win is that we crossed 12,000 subscribers for the Sneak YouTube channel. Again, check it out. YouTube. If you want the Sneak YouTube, there's a command in chat, SNYK, !SNYK hyphen YouTube. You get the link to that. Check it out. If you want to see more of me on the regular, there you go. And you want to learn more. If you like learning from me in this stream, you're definitely going to learn more watching those videos, because it's very tailored to that. Where like the stream, it's a lot of yapping, a lot of me yapping, but it is what it is. What I miss in chat? Dylan says, give yourself some applause, Clark. Thank you. You know what? I will. Look at that. Here we go. Round of applause. Win of the week. Win of the week right there. On a personal note, win of the week. What else happened? I did my sleep study, my overnight sleep study this week. I'm glad it's done. It is a win. It was not like easy sleeping there. In fact, maybe I can get you. I'll show you the picture I took of myself. Sorry, I just got a funny text message too. I had all of these wires hooked up to me. I can show you this really quick. You can kind of see it there, right? Okay. I had wires hooked up to my head, around my chest, to my finger. Every kind of sensor you can think of, basically. I said to the lady that was doing, I don't know what they're called, like a sleep specialist, I think, or something like that. I said to her, I was like, is this what it feels like to have long hair? And she like laughed. She's like, I guess, yeah, kind of. Because basically, she's like, I'm making a ponytail of wires behind your head right now, But they put like this wax on you to get all the sensors attached to your head so that they stay, and it, conducts electricity and it freaking reads your brain waves, chat. It's wild. It's freaking wild. I can't wait to get the results. I just want to see. But anyway, so I feel good that I got that done. I didn't sleep all that well, but I think according to my Apple Watch, so there's 2 things that are like a positive, I think, from this. Is one, she was telling me they need to record me for at least 6 hours total, whether I'm awake or asleep. So we got that accomplished. And then she said it'd be ideal if you can sleep for at least 2 hours so that we can record like a full cycle of you going through all the different stages. And so according to my watch, it said I got 3 hours. So that was one good thing. The other good thing, those of you that have been following along with this story and know like some of the health history that I've been sharing with you all, what sparked all this was, how did I get all this junk on me? What is that?
Welcome in and thanks for joining.
Hey, Frank. I did, Frank. Exactly. Yeah. I just shared the picture. You missed it. You might have to look at the... Why is there junk? It's like dandruff or something. Do I have dandruff right now? What is going on here? Like all these like little flakes or something, but it's like all over me, not just on my shoulders. It's not just dandruff. Something happened. Oh, it's probably the headphones. These headphones are deteriorating. Oh yeah, look. Come on, focus. I gotta get my head out of there. There we go. All right, see how it's like breaking apart? I think this is falling on the sides of my head and all over my shirt. It's unfortunate. I love these cushions. Yeah, I have to hide my face, Coach on. I love these ear cushions. They fit the theme. Like, look at it. It just goes right with that. It's freaking perfect. I loved it. But they're kind of cheap material and they just break apart easily. I've glued them before too. Like I've super glued to fix those things, and I'm like, all right, I'm done doing this. It's been about a year since I've had them. I feel like this should last longer. Anyway, so I did the sleep clinic thing. Yes, Frank. I joined when it was leaving the screen. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, you can go back in the recording either on Twitch or YouTube. It's even easier if you go to youtube.com/ClarkIO. So I'm talking about my win. I went and got the sleep study done. I'm very glad about that. The one part of the win was they were able to get the full 6 hours of recording on me. And my watch said that they needed at least 2 hours, and I got about 3 hours according to my watch of sleep while I was there. The other thing, although I'm not sure it's going to get included in the recording or not, is right around, so they have me go there at 8 o'clock at night, and then they say lights out at 10, but I told the lady, asked me, she's like, when do you normally go to bed? I'm like, around midnight. She's like, okay, I'll get you set up last out of everybody here then. And so she ended up coming in around 10:30ish or something like that to get me all hooked up with those wires that I showed earlier. And then they wake you up around like 5 a.m., which is like freaking super early for me. Like my schedule was all off on Wednesday. I messed up. Like I missed things at work. I felt so bad. I was so off and out of whack on Wednesday. But I had to get that sleep study done. It is what it is. So right around the time, the point I'm getting at though with all that is right around the time around 5 o'clock is when my watch actually had the alert of the one that I told you all about, where it's like what sparked this whole thing of why I went to the cardiologist to find out like, hey, is this something to be worried about or not? And they were like, okay, well, I don't think it's something to worry about, but let's run some more tests like this so we can see if there's anything else that we're missing maybe. So the good thing is during the sleep study, at least at the very end of it, right around 5 o'clock is when my Apple Watch reported that I had dropped heartbeats, my beats per minute went below 40 right before the end of it. So I think it got included in the study recording. I'm hopeful because she had like I scared the hell out of me because I was in a pretty deep sleep. And she comes over to the intercom and she's like, hey, Mr. Clark, it's time to wake up. I'm going to come in and get all the wires. I was like, okay. So I'm hoping that it got recorded before she came in and turned off recording and came in and took the wires and all that stuff off of me. Because if that's the case, then that at least gives them like data on exactly what my body was doing in that moment of time, so we can see if it is something to be concerned with. There's more that I have to do and look into as a result of it, or if it's, it's just the way my body operates, What's up, Sean? Hey, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. What you win in the week? Drop it in the chat. I'm talking about mine right now. So I feel like that's kind of the second win there as part of that overall win, is that because I was really anxious going into the sleep study that my heart, because it's very sporadic when I get the alerts, when my heart rate drops below 40 overnight. So I was very nervous, or anxious rather, about whether or not it was going to happen while I was at the sleep study. So the fact that I got the alert that morning, I was like, oh, that's great. Like I don't want that alert, but I'm like also like, that's great that it happened while I was at the sleep study, So hopefully that got recorded. Hey, Danish, good to see you, buddy. But I'll find out soon. I'm supposed to have a follow-up with my cardiologist next week. I might have to push that back because the test results from this overnight sleep study, they say takes like 10 to 14 days afterwards. So I don't know if it's going to be there in time for my cardiologist to take a look at and analyze and then consult with me on it. So we'll see. But hopefully next week, take a look at the results of everything. Because I did 3 different tests. I did a blood work. I did a week of like heart monitoring where I had a thing attached to my chest here monitoring my heart 24/7, and then I had this sleep study done. So hopefully at all 3 of those tests it can tell us something. Either, hey, you're fine, this is just the way you are, you're good, or hey, we still think it's okay, but we want to do more tests, or so. I don't know, it just at least leads to other questions to try and get answers to, maybe, you know. So that's the hope with that. Anywho, that's my wins. Work win, we reached 12K subscribers. Things are going good there. And then personal win, doing tests or whatever. So, well, then on top of that, I'd say another win, personal win. Even though I got like very little sleep that night from the sleep study, that next night, big shout out to Mrs. Clarkio and my kids, because they recognized that I needed to get some sleep that night. And it was not last night, but the night before, I got 8 hours, 15 minutes. And I think I've shared with you, like, it's a rare occasion I get 8 hours. And it's like, I've gotten 8 hours, maybe 1 or 2 to 3 times maybe now in the past month of sleep. And that's like unheard of for me. And that's a huge win right there. So I'm very grateful for that. Now, let's not talk about how much sleep I got last night, 5.5 hours, but we'll work on that. We'll work on that. All right, let me hear your wins of the week. I'll stop yapping. Denise says, I won life. Glad to hear that, Denise. Yes, you did. Congrats. Thank you for sharing. There you go. Coach Sean says, you just reminded me of my upcoming heart stress test for September 8th. I'm considering pushing it out since I sit every day and will probably fail it horribly. I should do some walking and stretching a lot before the test. What's the stress test for? Tell me more about that. I feel like I did that once when I was in college. And I haven't done where you like run, you have all these things strapped to you and you're running on a treadmill and stuff like that, and they test you that way. Is that what you're talking about, Coach Sean? Tell me more. Sean 08 says, win of the week, I have a full-scale Helldivers helmet. Yes. If you haven't seen, folks, join the Discord, ! Discord, to get the link for that, or go to clarkio.com/discord. It's sick looking. I don't even play Helldivers, and I'm like, that looks awesome. Also, I heard that there's a certain YouTuber that I subscribe to that does like Halo related content, and they were talking about how there was a crossover, Sean, with Helldivers and Halo, like ODST. And I was like, that kind of might push me to play Helldivers. It might. Crossover, and it's coming to Xbox next week. That's freaking awesome. I'm a huge Halo fan. And with that, I'm very sad to see how Bungie has gone and the whole Halo series in general. And I just really wish some game studio somewhere will revive Halo to its true form. One day. We'll see. Hopefully. We'll see. Speaking of gaming, though, I'm really excited about Battlefield. I played the beta a little bit. That was a ton of fun. Battlefield 6 looks amazing. For those of you that are into those types of games. Denise says, but they let you run until your heart reaches 180 beats per minute and then stop and see how the heart rate recovery is. Yeah. Dylan says, was Destiny not a good enough technically Halo for you? No, it was not. I did play Destiny. I did enjoy it, but not at the level that I loved playing Halo. Like Dylan, I was addicted to Halo. It was bad. It all started, so I don't want to go through the whole story of it, but it started when I was very young, and I got exposed to Halo and Xbox in general at a friend of my dad's house. His son had an Xbox and had Halo, and we played Halo 1, Halo Combat Evolved, in split screen at his house, and I was like, this is amazing, you know, and I was just hooked on first-person shooters ever since then. For real. Non-stop. That's like my main game that I mostly play is first-person shooters. whenever I get some time to game.
Mind and body.
So, you also played the Battlefield beta. One of the reasons I bought a new PC made me download BF 2042. I hadn't played since Battlefield 5. I'm a jet camper for sure. Okay, nice. Yeah. I've been a fan of Battlefield. Like the earliest Battlefield I think I played was like the 1942 one-ish, a little bit. I definitely remember Battlefield 3 very vividly, and I liked that one, and I sunk some decent time then into that version of it, but I had not stuck with that franchise as much as I did with like Halo. So Sean says, if you want, I can send you the relevant videos. The crossover is a war bond, I think season pass with Halo weapons and some armors as well. Okay, so it's just like cosmetics that they add to it. Is that basically it, Sean? To Helldivers? What else did I miss in chat here? I know there were some other. Coach Sean says, treadmill that keeps inclining. Yeah, lots of leads. It's a 12 lead EKG. Okay. Hey, I wish you the best of luck on that. And it's good you're doing that. Listen. This goes out to everybody. It sounds like Coach Sean is already doing this. You gotta go and get the data on your health. I don't care what age you are, whether you're younger than me, older than me, around the same age. I know I don't share that, but you can kind of guesstimate, okay? I don't share it because of privacy reasons. It's not a matter of like I'm ashamed of my age or anything like that. It's just like I don't want to give people that are going to do malicious shit with this information any more details about me. It's already out there, but I don't want to make it any easier on them. Let me put it that way, okay? So in any case, he's 12. Yes, Frank, I am 12. Once I shave my beard, I'm 12.
The strongest.
Yeah, exactly, Biocow. Like it has nothing to do with my actual age or like not wanting, like those of you that I see here that I feel like I can at least to some degree trust that are not going to take that information and do wrong with it. I would happily and willingly be like, oh, this is how old I am, and this is, you know what I mean? Like I'd have no problem like in person talking to you about that, but like on here that gets recorded and is here forever on the internet, not doing it, you know? AKA not me, says Sean. What are you talking about? We've met several times, at least twice, right? Yeah. In his head, at least. Yes. In my head, I am 12. Where was I going with that? Oh, I was saying, regardless of what age you are, go get checked out. Go start getting data. If you're in this stream, you are somebody that is either technically savvy already, or you're like curious about technology and learning about software and development. You're analytical type of mindset, I would guess. I would assume. If you're not, that's okay. But I'm just saying, like, likely you are. And if you are in that same type of perspective and thought process as I am, wouldn't it be great as you age to have data on your health, on your heart, on your blood work, on whatever, like anything that your doctors are willing to test you on and keep track of year after year. That way, when something feels off and you do these tests again and they actually show numbers being off from the normal, you can see it, right? Like I'm saying all this like as if I knew this all along. Like this is just something that I've been doing and like came to the revelation of not too long ago, like within the past year to 2 years or something like that, I want to say. It'd be great if you have that data. If you don't go to the doctor and do these things, you're not going to have that data. You have to be an advocate for yourself. It's just the hard truth of it, at least in the US here. Maybe in other places around the world, it's not like this, and it's a little bit more, you feel taken care of. But in the US, once you get past the childhood age and you're on your own, like you really have to be an advocate for your own health. You don't have a parent or a pediatrician who knows that like, hey, my job is taking care of kids. I got to actually care for these patients because they're kids, right? Like you go from that phase to like you're an adult, you're on your own. And when you're an adult on your own, I mean, obviously you're an adult, you got to take care of yourself, but like doctors are different. They behave and treat you differently when you're an adult, especially a young adult versus like elderly. So I'm telling you from my own personal experience, go out there, do the work that you need to do to advocate for your own health. Find the right doctor, switch doctors if you have to, take your time doing it. Like, whatever you need to do, take your time, find the right doctor that actually cares about you and like wants to see you be healthy and help you with that mission of like keeping track of the data on your health. Okay? All right. I'll get off my soapbox talking about that. I don't even remember how I got on this tangent. I even said, I was like, hey, we got to be an accelerate. We got to move. We got to move quickly. And I'm yapping. I'm a yapper. What can I say? Because we got on it because of I think I was talking about the heart stuff, and then Kobuchon was saying the stress testing. I think it's awesome. Basically, Kobuchon was giving me the reminder to share with everybody else. Like, we should be doing that. Kobuchon says it's my second time to do it. I couldn't complete the first one. My calves were burning so much. I tapped out. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Hey, you gotta keep trying. Maybe, even if this time doesn't work out, maybe the third time's a charm, you know? Just keep pushing, Sean. Good on you that you're doing that. You know what I mean? If we don't squirrel ourselves, is it really a stream? That is a fair point, Frackberg. Releasey says, yeah, you have comparison point to you since your default may be different from the generic default. Exactly. And that's what I'm learning too. Like, maybe my heart rate that's just natural for me to like sometimes drop below 40 when I sleep. Right? But it is abnormal for most people, it seems like, and that's why I'm getting alerted by Apple Watch about that. But also, you know, maybe it isn't abnormal for me. That could be the case. I don't know. Maybe I'll find out. You know, that's what I'm on a mission to do, is find out what the answer is to that. May says, my doctor is retiring in October. I got to find a new one now. Oh, that sucks. I mean, good for your doctor getting to the point where they're retiring, and you want to wish them the best, but at the same time, you know what, ask your doctor for a referral. Like, who, like, they have their own network of other colleagues and doctors that they've interacted with and know, and so they might have somebody worthwhile that they can connect you with, right? Or maybe in their own practice that they're getting rid of or getting out of, right? So that could be a good starting point, at least, May. Just a suggestion if you weren't already thinking that. Because I'm currently learning how to deal with my insurance company. It's a project of its own. I feel you. I hear you. 100%. BioCow. Coach Jones says, maybe that doc can recommend someone. Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right. I missed some other wins of the week, though. Let me catch back up in chat here. We talked about the niches win of the week. Sean's win of the week. I have a full scale Helldivers helmet. We talked about that. Big round of applause for both of them. Thank you for sharing, by the way, if I didn't do this already. Coach says, this is always a fun message to the team. Sorry, peeps, I can't brain today. I mean, that like pretty much was Wednesday. Biocast says, I did a sleep study years ago. Had to stay up all night so I'd fall asleep during a 3-hour session at the hospital. Yeah. Dude, it felt like a murder room. Like, it was very, you know, it was like kind of like it had hotel kind of vibes, but then like it also had like, because the lighting was the incandescent lighting in the recessed ceiling, it felt like a murder room that I was sleeping in. But thankfully that didn't really that wasn't what affected my sleep. It was just me fussing my typical stuff, my brain not resting and going and just letting go and going to sleep type of thing. So yeah. Roy Lisa says, you really tried to focus on headphones whilst keeping your head in frame. Yeah. What else did I miss? I know there was other wins of the week. A BioCows win of the week. Built the gazebo for the back deck. Now have a nice place to enjoy the backyard. That's awesome here. Congrats on that. Thank you for sharing. Round of applause. BioCow. It is really nice when you make accommodations in your yard so that you can get more space to like enjoy outside of just being inside your house. You know what I mean? Get outdoors more, you know? It's a good thing. It's awesome. Slugger, hope you know that I said what's up back to you. Hope you're doing. Thank you for asking. Thank you for being here and for your first message in the chat room there. Releasey win of the week. Finally actually started with notes. Been trying to find a way to mix up all my devices so I have notes everywhere, but didn't want to use a cloud service. Fair enough. You got a machine at home, SSH Bear, Git, which synchronizes everything. The only highlight, but exciting since I did get into Matt. Oh, congrats on that though, Releasey. Very happy for you. Round of applause for Releasey. Thank you for sharing, Releasey. Any more poison happening, Releasey? Self-poisoning. May's win of the week. Was able to finish the laundry since stream started late. There you go. That's awesome. Congrats on that. And thank you for sharing, May. Round of applause for May in the chat as well. Sorry, it's a nice level for. We were talking about music earlier. Was there any more wins of the week prior to that I might have missed? I think I might declare chat bankruptcy and just drop back down to the latest chat messages. Yeah, because we were in the dance. Was there any wins of the week before the dance, the intro dance? If you're like, intro dance, what are you talking about? Wow, that's funny. Local GPT, what does around 2 p.m. mean from Rugmat? Rugmatbot says 2 p.m. Around 2 p.m. means approximately 2 in the afternoon. It suggests a time close to 2 p.m., but not necessarily exact. It could mean anywhere from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. I would say, and we started what? We started 15 minutes ago. Yeah, 2:08. Boom. It was around 2 p.m. Accurate. Oh, May also shared another win of the week. Great time at the NFL game last Saturday. That's freaking awesome. I'm jealous. And congrats on that. Thank you for sharing that win of the week as well. All right, I think I'm caught up on chat messages that far back before the dance. If there's anything I missed that you wanted me to catch up on, feel free to share it in the chat again. Copy pasta. May said, my doc did send a letter with 2 recommendations. Okay, I just got to go check them out. Yeah. All right, fair enough. That's good that they give you 2 too, right? Like that way, if you don't like one, you can maybe check out the other. Slugger got a new job, way less meetings, and loves stopping at 5 p.m. That's, hey, heck yeah. Congrats on that, Slugger. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome news. New freaking job. Biocus says, speaking of sleep, loss of the week. Went to 9 Inch Nails concert. That's cool. That's a win. Concert let out. Notified system at work went down. Oh, frick. Had to drive home 1 hour and fix the issue 2 hours. No sleep till 3 a.m. Okay, yeah, I understand. But I mean, hey, got to go to a freaking concert. 9 Inch Nails. That was probably a blast, right? Minus the ending of it. Coach Sean's winning the round of applause. I'm giving you a round of applause for that, BioCrowd. That's a win. 9 Inch Nails concert. That's cool. Coach Sean's winning the week. I'm in email conversation right now with Mads Christensen. That's awesome. About speaking to my user group about an upcoming release that is still NDA, but it'll be revealed soon. Ooh, fancy schmancy. That's cool. That's awesome. It's great that you have those types of network built out there, Coach Sean. I'm happy for you, man, and congrats on that. Thank you for sharing. Biocast says, yeah, 9 Inch Nails was good. Okay, good. Dylan says, 9 Inch Nails play anything from Tron? Ares? Maybe. Sean says, that's what an on-call engineer is for. I joke as someone who gets escalated frequently. Yeah. Dylan says, there's a huge fan of Legacy. I'm about as excited as I am dreading Ares. Am I saying that correctly? I mean, I'm aware of 9 Inch Nails. If you ask me to name a song from them, I'll fail. Because even like bands that I really listen to very frequently, I'm lucky if I can name songs, let alone bands. But like if you start playing the song, I'll know the lyrics. I'll tell you that much, okay? Like I'm better about that than I am knowing the names of bands and songs. So I have no idea what you mean by the Ares that you're talking about there, Dylan. So apologies for that. Coach Sean says, I had a doc a few years ago tell me he had good news and bad news. The good news is that he was promoted to chief medical officer over 500 plus docs. And bad news was that I had to find another doc. He provided 10 options? That's pretty damn good. Dylan says, Daft Punk did the score for Tron Legacy, one of my favorite movie/soundtracks. Okay, I got you. So you're not the music trivia partner? No way, Slugger. No way. Like if somebody played, so here's the thing. If there was like a music trivia where they played like 3 seconds of a song, I'll likely be able to contribute. Okay? But if they're like music history and you know, even current events, I'm not your guy. You don't want me on the team. I'm sensing a common theme between my viewers right here right now. Love the Tron movies. Same. Right here. May. I'm with you on that. Dylan says 9 Inch Nails is doing the score for Tron Ares. I'm scared that it won't be as good as Legacy. I got you. Okay. Biocast says I am the on-call engineer. Well, product manager with devs 12 hours offset. Right time zone. Got you. All right. All right, I'm all caught up. If there's, if you have more wins, even if you shared one already, feel free to drop them in the chat. We'd love to celebrate them with you. But I'm going to move on. If there aren't any, I'm going to move on before calling any of those things out to go play Wordle and Words on Stream so that we can get rolling here since we're on an abbreviated schedule, thanks to me. All right, chat? I'm loving all the support and people here and chatter. Thank you for being here, even when I start late like this. Very kind of you all. All right, Wordle time. All right, let's play. So the idea here, for those of you that are not familiar, well, one, Wordle, you got to guess a word. It's always a 5-letter word, a new word every 24 hours, and you get 6 guesses. You want to guess it in the least amount of guesses as possible, and that's the objective of the game. Now, the challenge that I put on myself, along with you all playing along with me, since I do this every stream, is I need to guess it in 3 or less guesses, and I get a point that week, that stream. If it takes me more than 3 guesses, up to 6, you all get a point, and if I fail completely, you get 3 points. Right now, you all have a very dominant lead over me, and I need to do some serious work. Or at least I got to mourn today would have been 65th stream. What do you mean? Why do you got to mourn it? Because you missed one? May says for later, the word count from last Friday was 10,018 and today the word count is, ? Have you taken out the foreign words yet? I don't know the word count. I will give you that once we get to that. And I've not taken out the foreign words. Anything I've done off stream has been focused on building out the API for a chatbot for Words on Stream Plus. And so that's basically been it, May. I have not dedicated a lot of time. I have not had a ton of time outside of the normal responsibilities between work, family, and just my schedule to dedicate to make a ton of progress. However, I do have some semblance of a login flow now and authorizing the chatbot for the Words on Stream Plus tool that I shared with you all last stream. Oh, because that cursed notification stream. Sorry about that. Yeah. Congrats on 3 letters off the bat. I know, right? No helping Clario. Yeah. All right. So that is a great start. This is a really good start. It's been a while since I've gotten this kind of start. I've failed actually off stream. I failed twice, 2 days in a row this past week. It's been rough. I've done a little bit better on connections though. All right. My mind is wanting to go like that, but I know that A can't go there, so maybe it's like treat, but then there's no T, so Trial? Tread. Send it. Okay. Alright. Okay. That was a decent guess. We knew now we know there's no E, no D. We know A doesn't go in those positions, R doesn't go in those positions. So T. Maybe it's something XATOR? Is it Gator? Send it. Oh! Dang it. That's a pretty good guess. I should have probably guessed that first. But then I would have wondered if there was an E in there. Alright, it is what it is. Alright, well we know it starts with A. Ratatouille. Ratio. Oh, that would have been a good guess too. Rat-a-tat-tat. What could this be? It's R-A-T. Ratchet? Ratch? No, there's no H. Rat. Do I know this word? Rattle? No. Rat. I don't think it's a word. I see about 8 words. You do. Good for you, BioCow. I don't. Rat. Rat. Ratty? That's one word I see. Ratty. I doubt that's it though. Rat. I want to get another vowel in there. Ratro. Raider. Ratty.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today's Chronics.
All ending in star. Chronics, hey, welcome in, first time chatter. Happy to have you here. Chronics, the idea is at this point, you all are getting a point. You're all getting points for this. But the idea is you all want me to fail. Hey, bro. You want me to fail. Because if I fail, you all get 3 points. So I have this ongoing thing with the community in Discord. Where if
is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
If I guess it in 3 or less guesses, I get a point. I'm gonna show it on screen here. If I get it in 4, 5, or 6 guesses, you all get a point. But if I fail completely, you get 3 points. And right now, you all are up 23-8 for the year. So I appreciate the attempt to assist, though. Nonetheless. I don't want you to fail. You're always so happy when you win. It's true. Yeah. So that's what's up. What's ratro mean? Is that even a word? There's no O. We know there's no O. Because of the last guess. Ratiff. Is that a word? No. Retro. It can't be retro. Because there's no O in it. You're trying to mess with me. You're still trying to mess with me. Is that what the whole thing? You knew this already. I explained all that, and you're like, I thought all this time because it was your first time chat that you were like, oh, I'm trying to help this guy out. He's doing he's doing the Wordle. I'm gonna give him some guesses. I'm gonna lob him up some easy answers. You're just trying to throw me off. I got you. Okay, I see. I'm on to you. Radish. Ratiff. Ratify. That's what I'm thinking, like going that way. Rattle? Is that even? No. Alright, I'm going ratty. Okay. Good. Done. I didn't think that would be it. What are the BioCow? What? Yeah, post your guesses now that I got it. How did you see 8 options for that? Ratty, tatty, fat. No. It has to start with R.
Starting now and we'll go for 180.
Also, you had ratty in there twice, BioCow. You had ratty in there twice. What are you doing? We knew it started with an R. Okay. All right, I'm going to share in the Discord. We'll update it so that you all get your point that you deserve. First, let me drop my response in here. If you enjoy playing Wordle, join up the Discord, !Discord in the chat, or go to, or go to clarkio.com/Discord, and you go to the Wordle channel like this, and you can share your results each week. We had a discussion about this. Hey, nice job, Frack. We're getting it in 3 out of 6 today. And then I have my Wordle bot that we built on stream that captures your results and stores it in a database for you and keeps track of all your stats and that type of thing. And if you want to, you can actually get on the leaderboard. clarkio.com/Wordle. And you can see your overall results. Rugmat actually passed me up. Rugmat has 8 more wins over me now and has topped the leaderboard. And in less games. Look at that, Rugmat. Congrats on that. That's huge. This is not necessarily accurate. I think with the logic that we had on longest win streak is not really good. The way you do that, if you want to get on the leaderboard and have your results captured and shown on the leaderboard, hey, hi stream, you type in opt-in like this in the chat, and then the bot will pick that up and like show you. Otherwise, by default, you're not opted in and your information will not be publicly on the internet on my website. So, oh, I forgot, I gotta update this. Hold on. We're gonna come in here, we're gonna jump to this message, we're gonna edit this message, we're gonna say you all now have 24 points, you have triple my points, 49 lifetime, and we've updated now. Today is August 22nd. And we're gonna save that and then jump to present. Excellent day. All right, what are you all saying in chat now? Frackberg is coming for it. Yeah, Frackberg's 30 wins away today, helping out too. Nice job, Frackberg. Keep it up. Roy Lacey says, no, we didn't. Where do you see that it starts with an R? Right there. We knew, like, there wasn't an R here, here, or here. So R had to go in the first spot. You follow that logic? So first guess ruled out R being in this fourth spot. Second guess ruled it out being in this second spot. Third guess put A and T in their spots and ruled out R in this last spot, which left only one place for R to go. You follow now? Really see? Oh, I know. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Oh, right there. You said, oh, wait, we did. I didn't read up to that yet. My bad. Biocast says I missed it. It started with R. Okay. Okay. So you and Roy Lacey are on the same page. Sean says, technically, R could have been the third letter. Yes. No. Maybe. In that situation, I don't think so. Like, it would... no. If it was the third... Oh, the third letter. Yes. After the first guess, it could have been the third letter. But after the second guess, no. Because T took its spot. No T was in the middle. Ah, you're right. I'm still just catching up on chat. Sorry, folks. I'm still reading. Mansplaining over here. I'm not it's... You put me in like a tough spot there. I can't say I'm not mansplaining because then I'm mansplaining that I'm not mansplaining. That gator messed us up. All up. Yeah. Dang gators. Dang gators. All right, let's play connections together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 flashbang. Wi-Fi was in it yesterday, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure Wi-Fi was in the connections yesterday. All right, what do we got? We got pocket. We got opening, wrists, pocketbook, wrist book. This is yesterday's. Hard refresh. Let's play. Okay, yeah, that's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why did that happen? Yeah, that was weird. Sometimes it gets like cached, I think. All right. Wow. A lot of names today. Is this what you played this morning? Do we help on this one? Yes, Dylan, you can help on this one. We play this together. I mean, we do share. There is a channel in my Discord where you can share your results for connections, but I always put like a little asterisk saying like, hey, chat helped with this one for today when I share mine. We have Saving Private Ryan. Or at least says, wish that someday New York Times sees the stream that you hit 5 times and they make the shuffle the hardest one ever. I know, I've thought about changing it up so where it's not always 5, but I feel like 5 is a good approach. Rugmat says, this is very American today, is it? Alright, I understand some of you have played this already and are not going to contribute. That's fine. But if you've not played today and you want to contribute, you can. Or if you want to look away and turn the stream off while you go play connections for today, that's fair as well. Totally understand. Alright. Ford Grant, says JT. Washington Adams, all presidents. Yep. Got that one. I'm with you on that one, JT. Good call. John Malkovich. Chevy Chase. Things in card games. Strip. Stud. Draw Omaha. Okay, yeah, I could see that, Sean. Let's try. Bam! Kinds of poker. Well done, Sean. Well done. Dylan says actors. John Malkovich, Chevy Chase, doesn't he? Who am I thinking of? Christoph Waltz? I'm thinking of Christopher Walken. Oh, I can't do a good impression on that one. Christopher Walken. Great actor. Did you see him in Severed? Or is it Severed? Yeah, Severed. Christopher Walken in Severed is very good. And what'd you say? What was the last one? Christoph Waltz is the German guy from Django and such. Oh, okay. And Tom Cruise isn't here? Okay, we got actors. No, we're one away on that. Uh-oh. That was a decoy right there. 5 actors listed. Is Jeffrey Rush an actor? Which actor was in Saving Private Ryan? I mean, Private Ryan is a movie, yeah. Maybe they were all in a movie. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Were any of these Tom Cruise, Chevy Chase, Christoph Waltz, and John Malkovich, or Jeffrey? I don't know who Jeffrey Rush is. Look at the last names. Oh, giving us some hints, huh? Cruise, Chase, Waltz, Rush. Different ways of walking. Actors whose last names are also verbs. That should be a purple one. That's usually purple is like that type of connection and category. That's not cool. All right, what's this? Private Ryan, Las Vegas, Amy, and John Malkovich. Let's guess what that is. I'm not even gonna have the slightest capability. It must be from a movie, right? There must be some connection in movies between those 4 names. Being, leaving, chasing, saving. You Googled it? You won't share? Why won't you share? BioCow says moving's missing first word. Private, loss. Wait, what? I mean, I guess it's not a spoiler because we know it at this point. Right, we know this is a connection. It's just, I always like to guess what the possible, we knew these were U.S. presidents. We knew this was kinds of poker. We knew this was actors who were also verbs. Last names are also verbs. So it's what is the category that these are? Saving Private Ryan, leaving Las Vegas. Oh. He meant movie names missing the first word. Oh, okay. I have no idea. What's the John Malkovich one? I should know that one. Helping John Malkovich. Being John Malkovich. Is that what it is? Proper nouns after... Proper nouns what? After geruns? What the hell is that word? I've never seen that word in my life. Decades of living. And I've never seen geruns. Geruns? I swear over my entire life and family, I don't think I've ever heard or seen that word in my life. Geruns. What the fudge is that? That was a tough one because John Malkovich is also an actor. Yeah. Geruns. You tell. Okay. See, I couldn't even get the pronunciation right. Geruns? Geruns. Ger like stare. Gerunds. Still not ringing any kind of bell. A gerund is a verb form ending in ing that functions as a noun. Think of it as a verb doing a noun's job, like swimming, being the subject of a sentence. It can act as a subject, object, or complement. Today I learned what gerunds means. In all of my education, my teachers failed me. That or my brain has failed me, that they taught me this in elementary school and it didn't stick. Gerunds? Am I dumb? Don't answer that, chat. Don't answer that. I'm surprised you learned it. I read that 5 times and still don't know what that means. Gerunds be gerunding today. Yeah, Dylan. No, I still don't fully grasp like what it means. I wouldn't be able to use that in a sentence. Let me put it that way, really. See, and English is my native language. This is why, like, when like Americans get mad or like frustrated at people that are not like that, at people that are in America in the United States and they don't speak English or they don't speak it well. I'm like, how the hell can you get mad at somebody where English is their second language and they're able to communicate with you, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna fuss over them mispronouncing something or having an accent, or you know what I mean, or just not knowing the word? Like, I bet you those people, 90% of them will not know what gerunds is. I bet you. English is hard, dude. Even for people that like were born speaking English. Crazy. Amy is the noun and the gerund is chasing Amy. Yeah, chasing. So chasing is the gerund. I got it, but not for the right reason. I'm happy for you, Balcow, but I'm still not there. ESL speakers get taught. We get the gist of it, and everyone's like, oh, you're good. You get it. Burley says, well, remember that for any argument against an American. Remember what? Against any argument. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anytime you get in an argument with an American, Roy Lisi, and they get on you about your English or whatever, yeah, ask them what gerunds is. I'm going to throw up what gerunds mean. Yes. Do it. I'd love to hear how that goes. I'm willing to bet you're gonna be on the winning end of that argument. That goes out to anybody that is not English with the native language that's watching this live right now or the recording of this. If anybody gives you crap about your English, ask that person what gerunds is. Just pull out your gerund. Exactly. Am I pronouncing it right now? Am I getting it right now? Those of you that are familiar with the word gerund. What the heck, man? I mean, it never fails. Every stream I'm learning something. Perfectly? Okay, thanks, JT. All right, I gotta share. Did I share these results yet in Discord? No, I didn't do that yet. Drop that in the chat. Little asterisk, chat helped. All right. It is time, chat. It's time for words on stream. So the category should be missing first word of the movie. Right? That's what it should be. Not proper nouns after gerunds in 90s movie time. Like, what is this? Can you bundle any more words into a category? I mean, they came close with green. Actors whose last names are also verbs. Like, you gotta be really struggling for categories. If that's where you're at. So, anyway, I think they felt too dumb saying missing first word, so they're like, what's a name for that first word? Gerund. I'm still baffled by that. It's baffling. Is baffling a gerund? I don't know now. Is it anything that ends in ing, or it has to be a word that ends in ing before another word? That's what a gerund is, because I still don't fully get it. I'm going to ask Mrs. Clarkio, actually. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ask her. She's smart. She says, what? Do you know what a gerund is? She said, I'm sorry, say that again. Use it in a... I can't... What's the origin of the word? No, I can't give you any of that. I just learned this word, honey. Gerund. It's spelled Gerund. Are you looking it up? You cheater. I was asking if you knew it off the top of your head. She says no. What's the other word you didn't know the other day? Oh, for level up. Oh, shit. Yeah, what was that word? Yeah. Oh, man. I was talking about, like, ranks in a game. Because I was describing to her how, like, me and a buddy of mine, like, we play this one game all the time. And we play... Because she's like... She was asking... Mrs. Clark was asking... I forget how the conversation was going. It was basically, like, one of her frustrations with me when I'm gaming is that I can't just pause the game and then go help out with, like, the kids or just go do something that needs to be done. She has to wait a lot of times till I'm done with the, like, done or into a good point where I can stop. And I was explaining to her is because I play live. Like, I'm playing against other people in the moment and the game doesn't stop just because I step away type of thing. Anyway, so I was talking to her how, like, we grind that type of game where we rank up against other people and reach high echelon. Echelon, that's the word. We've reached high echelons, me and a buddy of mine, in the game that we play. That's not like, you know, it's like a certain percentage of people only make it to those top ranks or whatever. And she's like, echelon, I've never heard that before. Anyway, she doesn't know Jaren. Native English speaker. Dylan says, watching Clarkio, hottest new 90s throwback movie coming to a theater near you. Wait, what? What are you talking about, Dylan? Baffling Clarkio. Is Clarkio a proper noun? Sure, you can chasing Amy. Technically, yes, if Amy is a proper noun, Clarkio must be. Watching Clarkio. Oh, okay, so watching is a gerund. So it has to be a word ending in ing before a proper noun. That's a gerund? I really got to grasp this before I can move on. Releases, I think they felt too dumb missing the first word, so that, yeah. What's the name for the first word? I read that already. Isn't echelon a position of authority, not just a random level? No, like upper echelon. Like, it's spelled E-C-H-E-L-O-N. That's what I mean. Or at least see. I've learned that when learning about rankings in politics. I got you. Remember, a verb ending in ing acting as a noun. That's crazy. Acting as a noun. How can chasing act as a noun? Yeah, echelon, sorry, I spelt it wrong, but that means it needs authority too, not just a higher level. Okay, yeah, I got you. I don't know, JT. Remember, a verb ending in ing acting as a noun. That whole acting as a noun is what's throwing me off. Like, how do you act as a noun? Alright, we need to get words on stream going. We're building this. We're putting that out there. Oh, I have too many tabs and I just tried to open up another one. I didn't mean to. Make sure I don't open up my environment variables here in front of you all. Start exposing my gerunds. I don't want to expose my gerunds to you. Exposing environment variables. Sorry, I can't play WASP today. I have a few hours left of compliance. All right, yeah. Compliance training? Hey, Sean, put that up in the background. I'm joking. Let me preface this with I'm joking. Put that up in the background. Let it play through and answer the quizzes at the end. You know. You wish. Errands and gerunds. Where's the boss helper? All right, it's reloaded. It's ready to go. We're gonna. Everybody ready to start playing? It's one of those verb bullying, like, oh, look at that. Galloping Jeremy is here, presuming they walk heavily. They have video quiz, more videos, text quiz, etc. Oh my gosh. Word count. Yes, word count is, well, I haven't even opened up the tool yet. Hold on. All right, hold on. I gotta clean up some of these tabs. I don't need all these tabs anymore. It's time to declare tab bankruptcy. Hey, there's all the words. Holy tabs, Batman. Hi. It's not Sunday, buddy. Nice try, though. Here's the mirror link. Let me drop that in the chat. Oh, we can do it here. Word count 10,221. There you go, 10,021. That's with the Portuguese words though, and non-valid words that people plugged in there, which I have to go through still and do. But like I said, I've been focusing off stream. I've been focusing on not cleaning up the dictionary, and have been focusing on trying to build out the API for chatbot, because I feel like the chatbot feature is very much wanted and needed and requested, and that's been my main focal point. All right, shall we play? Wow, 3 new words since Friday. Right. It's kind of crazy. All right, let's play. I'm going to go get some water while it starts, okay? BRB.
She'd found her
Moving right along. How there, chat? May, Rugmat, Kobachon. Kobachon, you said you couldn't play. Get back to work, would you? Glacier? Garlic.
For joining today, Nightbot.
What's up, Nightbot? Happy to have you here. Should we switch to the words on stream category? Get the words on streamers in here? Or at least he says, another thought I had, but I never got to testing. What happens if you reload the tool? Does it go back to where it was? No. It does not. Actually, that's a great freaking idea that you bring that up. I think I know where you're going with this. Go ahead. Add a new issue. Use local storage to keep the current state of the game for that level. If a user either intentionally or accidentally reloads the site in the middle of the level, that progress/data is lost. If the tool uses local storage, it can prevent that data loss to some degree, right? Is that kind of where you're going with it? You're gonna sneak. You said sneaky. That's kind of where you're going with it, Riley, right? I think that's a good idea. Note, shout out, Riley / Royal Quests. Royal Quests? How do you say it? Royal Quests / Home Slice. For sparking this idea. I never close the tab, but if I do, I have settings to reload the tab. Well, that isn't plain at all. Yeah, there could be random artifacts that show up that you might need to refresh the page. Yep.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today's Scarlet Subjects.
What's up, Scarlet? Good to see you again. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us. I'll add that in there. I shared the mirror link. I didn't pin it though. I have it pasted here. Let me pin that. That's pinned now. And then if you want the the full view. Here's the link that way with the tool. Twitch chat makes my sentences be so much dumber. I'm still getting used to shortenings. No, you don't sound dumb at all, or at least not from my perspective, at least. Clear. Nice job, nice job. All right, let's keep it going. We're just playing right now before I start working on the API stuff, which will still play while I work. Just checking homework stuff, chat. JT says, I've been meaning to ask, is the WAS display on the left side something that you did, scrape the actual site, or is it some sort of mini page? It's a combination of what I did, and it was inspired by that YouTube video that I actually opened up earlier. YouTube.com Gale Level, G-A Level, G-A-E-L Level. He had a video in particular, JT. And I'll see if I can get the exact video. He does awesome content. I highly recommend, if you're into streaming and just doing cool streaming effects and stuff like that, definitely check out Gale Level's stream. That I shared the link directly in chat for him. And subscribe, like and subscribe and all that stuff for him. He did one though in particular that really inspired the whole format of the way I lay out. I'm trying to find it. It wasn't named, like, was it named WAS on WAS Words on Stream? He does awesome stuff. He's really into like graphic design. Hey Nez, thanks for the amazing tool. I appreciate that. I'm working on it. I'm trying to make it better. I'm doing things. I know there's a lot of interest in it, and it's really motivating me, encouraging me, especially messages like that. So thank you for that. And I'm trying my best to find time to keep things moving along in my in the little bit of spare time that I have between work and family life. And to be honest, sometimes in my spare time, I just want to game with my buddy, you know? So there is that going on too, in all fairness. Like, I really could make more progress if I didn't game at all. But like, I just, sometimes you just want to chill out, you know? Where is it? It's a fairly recent video. It's got to be in here. Did I miss it and you all saw it maybe? You can set up one view and have a copy of the pixel on OBS, so you can run it on multiple screens without 3 sockets too. Wait, what are you talking about? Let me see your other message. Yeah, I was thinking of multiple tabs connected to the same game, but I realized multiple sockets to the same game isn't bad. Oh, why would you have multiple tabs connected? Or at least, what would be your motivation behind that? Oh, for like multiple, you mean like multiple like different channels? So you're playing on like multiple channels at the same time and you're using the tool separately? Is that what you mean? Alright, I'm gonna keep looking while I wait. I'm gonna have to search. Search in these videos. Words on stream. Oh wow, I've never seen his videos where his hair was different like that. He had a whole video. We watched it live on stream. Where the heck did it go? Chat, some of you were here when I made that, well, not when I made that vertical words on stream with you all. We started off by using his video to get it there, and then I tweaked it a bit. What the heck happened to it? Maybe named it Was? That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was named exactly that. Oh, there it is. This is it.
I don't know about you.
This one.
Chat loves to.
Yeah, this is the video. I forget who was asking. May, you remember it? Yeah, good. I found the video right as you said you remember. I dropped that in chat. I forget who was asking how. Maybe it was JT. You were asking about it. But there's the link. This is the video right here where that inspired doing the vertical layout of words on stream instead of the horizontal layout. It's freaking awesome. I've already, I mean, I'm not signed in, so that's why but I've already subscribed and I think liked to that video. So yeah, go check out Gale Level. Oh, we failed. Sorry, I would have helped out. That's the video that sparked that. Royalist says, I need it to be on OBS in multiple screens and crop separately since I can't reposition the site, presuming I'm not a power user who can just use CSS. Okay. No, assume I want to do this thing you're doing on my stream. I wouldn't want it to take half the screen, so I'd position each part separately in separate areas. For instance, the guesses on the left, the helper a bit smaller on the right, and the letters on top disconnected from everything. Well, a great example of like, I think a good layout using the tool along with words on stream is from Dylan's stream. Shout out to Dylan. Dylan R. Carp. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Did P before R. He is live right now, by the way. Go check him out. Dropping the link in the chat. Can I do a shout out? I liked, well, I logged into my WAS account on here. But once the ads are over, you'll see his layout is very good. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Yay, ads, yeah. So Dylan actually customizes the WASP assist tool that we have here and breaks up like this first part right here up to made by Clarkio in like the bottom left hand corner where you see, and then the correct words goes to the right hand side. Although actually I think you recently changed your layout a bit, right? Yeah, you did. So left hand side you can see Dylan puts the correct words over there. So it is possible, but like to your point, you were saying you don't want to do a CSS tweaking yourself. There is no capability of doing that. But what I'm planning on doing is like the paid version, maybe making that, maybe not, maybe in the free version actually, making that a possibility where you can customize it more. So, there you go. Dylan says, yeah, I flipped it because I realized that when you're looking at the thumbnails on Twitch Explorer view, the live and X viewers graphics covered up the tool. Yep. Wanted to make sure it was visible since it's a different differentiator from other watch streams. Yeah. Oh, that's super smart of you, Dylan. I didn't notice that before, but that's great that you noticed that and catch on to it. There's so many times where, like, when I'm working on the tool, I'll try to find streamers that have an ongoing game at a higher level. That way I know it's being actively played. Because, you know, a lot of people will like be like sleeping and they just put up words on stream in their chat, even though they have like hundreds of people just lurking in the chat. They're not actually playing the game. So like you can't simply just look at the words on stream category based on viewers to know if it's like an active game being played of words on stream. You have to like see the level, and a lot of times I look at the thumbnail like you're talking about, and I look to see if they're at least above 1. Then I know that that channel is being at least somewhat active of people playing, and I can tune in there and hook up the tool to that and start working on it live that way. So it's very smart of you to do that, Dylan. Nice job. Yeah, one of my mods is really good about making sure that even if there's a game over, she'll play through level 1 so it doesn't have the game over graphic. Yeah, because there's so many times where you see people sitting in the category with the game over thumbnail. And I skip over those right away because, you know, they're not active. Like, if you're one person, right, that's looking to play words on stream, are you going to tune into that channel, or are you going to tune into one that's on like level 3, you know, and like, right? Because you know you're going to have other people helping at least. It's not going to be just you playing by yourself. Because that's the whole, I mean, to me, words on stream is about playing as a community, not playing by yourself. It's not really fun by yourself.
Welcome and thanks for joining today, Dolphin Mermaid.
Hey, Dolphin, good to see you. Exactly, so many AFK streamers. Yeah. Yep, there's a lot of AFK streamers, which I totally get. Like, words on stream is a great way to, like, if you're one of those streamers that does like 24/7 streams, and you want to have something up and active that's at least somewhat interesting and entertaining for your community while you're sleeping or whatever it may be, words on stream is a great option. But for folks that are like really into words on stream and not just casually, you're likely going to skip that. You don't want to join that stream. Yeah. Rolly says, yeah, and it means on OBS it would run 3 or more separate OBS source browsers cropped separately. But then I remembered
Welcome
there's
and
OBS
for joining
pixel
today, Chris Jones.
copy, so you can have 1 view and 3 copies of it. Yes, there's I don't know that it's called pixel copy, but it's called mirror source. And basically it's like it's the same source, so you're working off of one source, but then the effects and the crop, it's actually a plugin that I use that does this. I do that for my camera, like for green screening and like doing the like effects, the head pat and thing, that type of thing. I apply all those filters to a mirrored source of my main camera, so that I'm not, because that way, like, because there might be some scenes where I want my camera without a green screen or without those other things added in there. I can have a scene separately dedicated to that, instead of having, you know what I mean, like instead of having to create multiple instances of the same source, right? So yeah, I'm with you on that, Rolly. You can do that in OBS. So you could load up. I wonder, Dylan, actually, is that how you do it? Do you have like one instance of the WAS Assist tool loaded up as a browser source and then you mirror? Or the source? Do you use the source clone OBS plugin to do that? To crop it out to the way you want, or do you have 3 different browser sources that you're using? Yeah, I know, man. Dylan is not an AFK streamer. Dylan is pretty much always there, right? I mean, anytime I've tuned in, I've seen Dylan in there. Dylan says, yeah, I had a moment when I was like, oh, well, technically I am an AFK streamer, but I don't know how to describe how my stream is a bit different than my regular content is paused, so here's a game so I can keep my stream. Yeah. I view it as more like you are... There are people that are like dedicated words on stream streamers. I don't consider myself that. I mean, even though like I kind of can lean into that category, but they're like, I consider you one of those people, Dylan, where you're a dedicated words on stream streamer. That's what your channel is focused on, and it's pretty active with at least more than one person playing at any given time throughout a 24-hour period. Whereas there are casual words on stream players that are even if they're not AFK, like they'll play it just like as like a intermission or something, like between segments of their stream, or I don't know. Like I've seen people where they're bigger streamers that are playing Words on Stream. They're in the category, but they're playing with their community as like a fun thing. Maybe they have like they had like viewer games, you know, like how some streamers will do that. They'll have viewer game days, viewer game streams where they'll play games with viewers. They'll actively invite them. Like Words on Stream is a great, think about it from a big time streamer's perspective. It is a little risky to, like, if you have like, let's say you play a main game of, I don't know, Helldivers, like Sean was talking about earlier, right? It is a little bit risky. You're taking a chance on inviting somebody that you don't really know into a game with you when it's like, because that game's like a 4-person squad that goes up against the, you know, does a lot of things together or whatever, takes action in the game. So you have to add them on like Steam. You got to invite them into, you know what I mean? Like you're taking a lot of risk and being a little bit vulnerable. Whereas like a game like Words on Stream is something you can play with your community without getting to that level of connected. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of big time streamers will tend to lean on games like Words on Stream for those situations to keep it engaging for their community, while also keeping themselves kind of safe and limited risk in that regard. So there is that as well. Rose says, "Sir, I haven't started streaming yet. Let me be incorrect on terms." I'm kidding. It's good for others that say the correct one. I knew what you meant though. Like I was just trying to help you out. That's all. I wasn't like. I hope you didn't take it as me being I don't know what the right word is for Lisi. I didn't mean it as me like calling you out as like being wrong. I was just trying to help out and see if we were talking about the same thing, honestly, out of curiosity more so than correctness. Yeah, I got you. Dylan says, I've changed how I do it recently. I used to have a single window open and then 3 sources looking at it, but all cropped differently. Oh, you should be able to simplify that a bit, Dylan. I would create mirror sources. So that way it takes less resources of, like, think of it this way. I might be wrong on this, but if you add one browser source for the tool, right? That will tell OBS and your computer to render it the way it needs to, like the way OBS requests your computer to handle processing of that rendering of that browser source. And then the mirror source will leverage that existing rendering and just apply the filters in that separate instance. You know what I mean? So it's not applying it to the main thing. I wonder if there's a way I can maybe show it. Let me try this. I might do it live right here. And you'll see this. Oh, I have it set to you don't see OBS. All right, I'm gonna make it so you can see OBS while I'm streaming here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a browser source. All right, so I'm adding this browser source. I'm going to paste this in here like that. You know, make it whatever you want it to be. Oh, shoot. Typos. For this one, I definitely recommend refresh browser source when Steam becomes active. Oh, boy. All right, so what I want to do now from here is I want to crop it, right? So like maybe like there's the top section, the middle section, and then the game section. So what I could do is I can create a, what is it? It's been a while since I've done this. So it's a plugin that I have. It's like a filter. No, not a filter. I think it's in here. Source clone. That's what it's called. Source clone. Test 2 clone, right? We're going to call it that. And then I'm going to tell it what source. So you could choose all kinds of things. You say current scene source. So I'm going to say source. And then I'm going to choose that browser source, which was test. Where is it? I'm going to choose that. I don't need the audio for that. We just leave the audio from the main one maybe, or whatever you want to do. This is active clone. I don't know what that means. You could, oh, look at that. That's new. No filters. Video buffer. I don't know. You could tweak these things, I guess, or pick what you want. So now I have a second one, and now anything I apply to this, like maybe I want to crop it. you'll see, where's the original? The original's right there, right? But you'll see how this one is essentially, right? Like I could crop it down to that thing, and then that'd be one component. And I could create another clone, crop it down to just what I need from that. You know what I mean? And then I just keep this hidden, right? So it's basically working off of one browser source, but showing the different components in and applying different effects to each part of the browser source separately. Does that make sense? And I believe that is better. I believe that's better, or at least like more efficient for OBS. Oh, you can't see a lot of this because I was behind all that, but it's made by Exceldro. It's a plugin for OBS, Dylan, if you're not already familiar with it, and it's called Source Clone. Right there. I don't know if it's shown on screen, is it? You could see it for a brief moment there until I moved up. I moved this up. Here. Click add source clone. It's still hiding. Damn it. You saw it briefly there. It's an extension by Exceldro. You tell it to clone the existing source. You can hide the source and apply filters and whatever you want to it separately, and that way it doesn't affect the main source. That's the idea. All right, let's get all this. Delete. Move this back over here. It was a quick little tutorial. Dylan says, okay, proper OBS term. I used to use one browser tab with 3 window capture sources. Okay, now I use 3 separate browser sources, but that mirror source filter seems like it is a good next step to further simplify my OBS setup and make it more efficient. Yes, it will. I mean, naturally, I totally get it, because that would be my natural instinct, is just create 3 browser source instances of the same thing and then crop each one how you want. But that would be a way more efficient way. Scarlett says, all right, I need to go nap for before I work. Have fun, yeah. All right, appreciate that, Scarlett. Have a good nap. Have a good rest of your day and hope work goes well. Release says, yeah, that's what I was remembered when I was thinking about not connected to 3 different sockets. Yep. Yeah, that way it just connects once. Exactly. Did I catch on everything there? Okay, yeah. All right, now I follow now. I see what you're doing, Dylan. I think it would be way more efficient for you, instead of doing the window captures, is to do a browser source and then source clone extension or plugin.
For the tier 1 subscription, Dylan Carp.
Very kind of you. Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate that. That will like ease. I mean, it's minuscule. It's really tiny bit, but like if you start adding more and more browser sources over time to your stream, it's going to start bogging down your computer. And so that should, good comms for, thanks for the tip. Yeah, of course. I appreciate that, Dylan. Thank you for the sub. Happy to help out. That should reduce your CPU load or GPU load or everything overall from OBS utilization standpoint. Release says, I wonder if 5 cropped out areas are better than 1 full screen area in OBS. I really don't know how OBS renders them. It's a good question. I don't know. OBS lately, they've done a lot of improvements to it to where the performance has really progressed to where, like, you know, at the time, I was constantly tweaking how many apps I had running while I was streaming because of how much OBS and other things were utilizing my CPU while I was trying to stream.
An ad is about to start.
But nowadays, like I'm looking at it right now, OBS is reporting that it's using 0.0% of my CPU for this stream. Like, is that legit? You know, to some degree, I think yes. When I look in Task Manager directly, let's see, by name, OBS. So Task Managers, so even though OBS, this is why I say, take it with a grain of salt. In Task Manager, well, actually it says 0% now. But there was a point, like, Task Manager is more accurate to me on Windows of what OBS is using. So right now it's fluctuating between 0 and 5% of CPU utilization. Honestly, the thing that's taking up most of my CPU utilization is my browser. That's up to like 8 and 20%. And Visual Studio Code. Memory-wise, same thing.
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
Ooh, OBS browser page though. So that's the thing. So OBS itself is not using up so much CPU, but when I look at my task manager, I have a couple of OBS browser pages that are eating up some CPU, like in the double digits. So that should give you a hint as well. Like the browser source component in OBS is maybe not the most efficient thing. It's the simplest way to add stuff, but it might not be the best thing to leverage in terms of CPU utilization. Dylan says about 5% CPU on my stream right now. Yeah. Now they just do it there, and then for sure. It used to be a requirement to use a separate PC with OBS to record the main one for heavy games in the past. Yeah, absolutely. May says, I was running 3 mirror links, 3 WASP tools, and 3 streams. My CPU was not happy. Yeah, I bet. Well, so you know what? Honestly, one thing I should do to improve the performance of the WASP tool, the assist tool, is I like this bottom part here. The game itself, Words on Stream instance with the mirror link, loads automatically. And what I should do is have it to where it doesn't actually, like, I empty that, like, let me back up. It loads no matter what, whether you have it visible or not through your options in the URL. And what I really should do is not load it unless it's actually turned on via the features in the tool. Because all I do when you turn it off from the features in the tool is just hide it, but it's still running in the background, like to render this out. You know what I mean? So the browser is still working on trying to.
Now and we'll go for 180 seconds.
The browser is still working on trying to handle that running inside of an iframe inside of the page, even though it's not rendering it. So it's not. It's at least not utilizing CPU cycles to render it in the browser, but it's still utilizing stuff behind the scenes for the WebSocket events and that stuff multiple times now, right? Like, because I'm using it through the tool to connect to the WebSocket events, and then it's doing it to log and do whatever it's doing in the background, that as if it was rendered and loading in a web page, you know? All right. Oh, we gotta. Hey, Chris Jones, good to see you, buddy. We need to get this one. What is it? Shoot. Shuttle. Sleuth. Shout. Oh man, what is this one? Elites. Slay. Hotel. Brothel. Hotels is the big word. Nice. Okay. Hostel. Tolls. Nice job, everybody, getting that one. Holes. Oh, somebody got that. Hole. Shoal. Loathe. No. Those stole. Helos. What is helots? Sheol. Those might be Portuguese words, maybe. As a personal best for today, level 21. Yeah, what's helots? I've been watching too much of Epic the musical about Greek. The letters went straight to Prometheus. A member of a class of serfs in ancient Sparta. Oh, that's a new word I learned today. May says, sometimes I close the streams and just have the mirror and tool open. You know, May, it leads me to think, because, you know, you report a lot of the bugs that you run into. I wonder if some of the bugs you're running into is due to the fact that you have 3 different instances of the tool running. That could be part of it. It could be contributing to some of the behavior that you've been seeing. I don't know for sure. I'm not blaming it on that necessarily, like definitively, but could be part of it. Welcome back. That and gerunds. Yep. All right, I'm gonna start working on this. Show you what I got going on, chat. I have to refresh those. Worked on was I had set up because I was running to cross-origin resource sharing problems running locally, because it counts if you have an app running under one port and another app running under another port, and you try to talk between the two, the browser's gonna be like, no, you can't do that because CORS, and there's no headers that says that this app A can talk to app B or vice versa. So what you do to combat that locally as a kind of a band-aid fix is you spin up a proxy server such that anything for your UI that gets loaded to the UI server under that port 4321, and anything for the API goes to the other port, which in this case is 3000. So the proxy, nice clear. The proxy I have running at localhost 8080, and error curve will try and run a proxy. Great. What is that error? To show the one error curve while proxying request localhost connection refused. Error occurred while proxying request. Why is connection refused? What happened? I'm not running it anywhere else, right? Am I? Oh, yep, I did change that. Alt Control Z is the default. For what? I just found a nice feature in Firefox. You can turn on vertical tabs and hide them, so the tab portion doesn't exist visually unless you hit Control-Shift-Z. It's so clean. Oh. May says I could stop testing and reporting also, maybe. No. I'm please don't take that as me. Maybe I should just run one instance, possibly. I don't know. I mean, you keep doing how you're doing. Like, I think that's fine, May. Also, I very much encourage you to keep using it and reporting the issues that you're seeing, because it's important to capture those so that I know. I find it very helpful. It's not annoying or a bother. It's good. So thank you for doing that, and keep it up. If you don't mind, if you want to, that's up to you. Going. I don't know why it failed. This is running on 3000. That's fine. That's the mirror. Oh, I gotta run, what is it called? Dev full, that's why. npm run dev full. That'll spin up the UI and the proxy. That's what I was forgetting. There we go. All right. Now it should work. Yay. Okay, so this is what I've been working on, chat. You gotta log in with your Twitch account. And then it doesn't work. But that's because I made a mistake there. If I do this, it should work. And then we get to this. Now, I don't know why the agent decided to choose letting somebody call the bot name whatever they want. That shouldn't be it. It should be wasp plus bot. And then where I left off that's not working currently is getting this to authorize the bot. Failed to authorize. So that's where I last left off from between last stream and the stream. Bot. Wasp plus bot. Yeah, that's what it should be. Yes, I'm trying to get that going, Dylan. Is a chat bot. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I don't know why it's doing this. So I'm on that step where I'm trying to authorize, like you log in with your Twitch account and then you authorize the Wasp Plus bot that I'm working on to have access to your chat channel and send messages, read messages. Keeps failing. Why? Let's see if the server's saying why. Saying request completed 204. Lost logout. Let's see, what is the request it's trying to send? Authorize. Chatbot. Oh, because it's not API. That's why. /chatbot /authorize. Slash. You know what's funny is like I fed the agent, the AI agent, like, hey, here is the full API spec. I actually had one agent write up an API spec to define all, like, to describe all the, like, document all the API endpoints that it offers. And then that way I could feed it into the UI and be like, hey, check this out. Use this API now. All right, so we'll log in. Doesn't do that. Still, I gotta fix that part, but the callback should work. Now we say wasp plus bot. Now if I click authorize, CORS error. Why? Oh, because origin was 4321. I need this to be localhost 8080. Login. There we go. We're gonna say 8080. I gotta fix that. I don't know why it's returning the 4321. This should work. Oh, I'm getting like that. Plus bot. Now if I click authorize. 404 not found now? Talking about Willis. Oh, okay. Wasp plus bot not found or not registered as a bot. What's she talking about? Bot wasp plus bot not found or not registered as a bot. Excuse me? Riley says, I saw Clark had issues at one point. My friend was going crazy. For some reason, I felt happy. Very schadenfreude of me. But it was a good thing I know that word now. But it was funny to see someone who hacks sites together not understand that other services can have issues too. Yeah. Yep. Gotta love doing back-end requests just to avoid cores. True. Okay. All right, I guess I'll wait for a few minutes here. I'll be right back, chat. Let's go to with boss helper.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today Crystal_Ray 1970. Welcome in and thanks for joining today's Sherwana.
Chat, I'm back. I'm sorry. Hey, Scarlett, I thought you were going to sleep. What are you doing? Go get some sleep. You cry. Time frame? What about time frame? Like, how much time are we talking? It is for real. Dang, Comcast. We need a Shakes Fist at Comcast. Yeah, we do. What happened? I didn't sleep much and couldn't go back to sleep at 4 a.m. Oh, sorry. Scarlett says, I'm gonna be screwed for work. I can't sleep. Ugh. I'm sorry to hear that, Scarlett. Well, I hope work goes well, even with the lack of sleep. You know, maybe things will go smooth. What's my time like? We're good. We're good for another. Mr. Clark here just went to go get the kiddo. Kiddo 2. Second one. And then I don't know if they're gonna. I'll likely go with them to go get kiddo 1. Which will, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see. So like 5:30. So another 35-ish minutes. You know, all right, so I'm kind of feeling like I need to just write this API myself, because I don't trust what's happening here. Like, it has, I mean, I've reviewed the code, but it doesn't feel good. I'm not confident in it. All right, I need the UI. Let's start with this. The UI. This needs to make sure it doesn't add any. This is where it's like window.location.href callback. Base URL API. Handle auth callback. It shouldn't even handle the auth callback, should it? So we have the bot. It authenticates itself on startup with Twitch. And then people can sign in through the API to authorize the bot, which that flow worked. Let's come back in here and let's go twitch.tv. Go to this. No, I don't want. No, Twitch. I don't want to do that. Right, and I want to do connections, and I want to disconnect this so I can trigger it to go through again. So I'm going to say localhost 8080. I'm going to say, hey. Oh no. What level did you all get to? 18? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Sorry you failed though. Let's inspect this page and clear storage data. Refresh. Now we log in. Look, so we're authorizing Wasp Plus Chatbot Dev access to my Wasp Plus Bot account. I need to fix that. Like, what is causing that? Did I get captured here? Login button. It's like it shouldn't go back to localhost 4321. It should be localhost 8080. Like if I change it to 8080 / API, right, it does that. But if I do 8080 not API and call back like that, it works. But what's causing that? Also, why is the logout not working? We need that to work. Clear. Oh, we're up to 10,048 words, by the way, May. Body cannot be empty when content type is set to application JSON. Log out. Clear! 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 Is that too loud, chat? Sorry. Oh, why did that make me laugh so much? Is it a little loud? Yeah, no problem, mate. I love it when you amuse yourself. I know. It is funny when people laugh at themselves, isn't it? That's like when I watch a comedian. It's like, even if the joke wasn't funny, if the comedian laughs at themselves, it makes me laugh because I'm just like, oh, they're happy. They're laughing. You know, like... Dylan has imagined the sound of clear, he said. Wait, what? You like watching it as well, May? I'm grateful for that. What do you mean, Dolphin? Dylan has imagined the sound actors breaking on SNL. Yeah, exactly, BioCow. That's even better. I think that honestly that's better than comedians laughing at their own jokes. All right, we're gonna try and revoke the token. Why? So why? What is blocking this? Do I just have it send a post? Where's log out in here? Log out. Clear! Clear! Sorry. I'm sorry. I just have to. Auth service. API auth log out. Method post. It's not posting anything. That's the problem. What if we do body? It's just an empty body. Wait, what? Oh. What does it need to be then? Alright, we'll give it a null. See if that does anything. Log in. 8080, not 4321. 4321. Processing. Log out. Body cannot be empty. What are we sending here? Preview. No. Oh my gosh. What did I send? Where is the body? Yeah, Bora Bora. There is no body. I said body. Oh, what if I body? What does it need to be? Log out. True. Log out. True. What? What are you complaining about? Object literal may only specify known properties, and logout does not exist in readable stream. Who defined that as readable stream? API call. Oh, it's always doing content application JSON. That could be a problem. That could be why. You gotta wrap in JSON stringify? Maybe. Alrighty, it's TPM. My vacation is officially started. Have a great weekend, Clark and chat. I appreciate that, Frackberg. Glad you could end your work day. Ooh, excuse me. End your week right before vacation with the Clarkio stream, buddy. Appreciate that. It means a lot. Hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend, and thanks for the support. Boom, boom. All right, why is this? Log out. Main message network error? No, because the server is the one I see the server logging the error. Server's like, body cannot be empty when content type is application JSON. But then if I send a body, it's like, no, you can't do that. You did have a couple of new people join. Oh, did I? My bad. Where are they, May? I missed it while I was gone, while I was BRBing. I'm scrolling. Yes, I can search for that. Matt, that's a good idea. The only problem is there was a typo. See, localhost 4321 is not in there. It's not in there anywhere. It's saying in there. Is there anything on the server? Local. I did the same thing. Host 4321. Okay. That's it. Or say 8080. We're gonna duplicate some things here. The 8080. I'm gonna duplicate some things here as well. Well, that should be HTTPS. We're gonna move that up. We're gonna move that up. We're gonna move that down. Clear! Up, down, right, left, right. And we're gonna duplicate these. And we're gonna say 8080. And we're gonna say 8080. Oh! Back that up. Reverse it. Save it. Maybe that's what was going on there. Good call, Rugmat. What else did I miss? Thank you so much for the word count. Dylan was mad in this. Actors breaking in SNL. Yeah. Words, bunch of words. Body's empty, that's the issue. What does Fastify say? Fastify says you stink. You did a couple of new people here. I didn't see any new people, May. I must have missed it. While beer being. Maybe just try empty string instead of null. Yeah, we could do that. Oh. All right, let's try. Oh, we got failed to join channel. Logs going on there, but anyway, let's try doing the whole log in, log out. Hey! Oh, close. We need. Oh, where's it doing? /auth callback question. We just gotta get rid of that auth for when it's the front end. Oh,
an ad is about to start.
Go
on Twitch.
Hold on. Wow, a lot of people try to search localhost 8080 on DuckDuckGo. It's true. It haunts my dreams. Just kidding, or am I? The clear? I need to make it so that you can turn that off, honestly, Dylan. Does it really bother you? Right, log out. Still no bueno. Crystal. Hi, Crystal. Thank you, May. Thanks for joining, Crystal. Sorry I wasn't here. If you're still there.
An ad is about to start in 1 minute on Twitch.
I see some other people gave me shout outs too. CanGov. This was when I was offline 4 days ago and 7 days ago. CanGov was playing words on stream. Were they using the tool maybe? Days ago they were replaying it, looks like. I don't see the tool on the stream, but maybe they were using it separately. What are you saying, Dylan? I'll catch up on that in a second here, hold on. Un momento. The only thing that bothers me about it is however you have it coded, it circumvents all of the mutes on my PC. It should be playing up. However you have it coded and or however I have it set up. However you have all of my sources are set to not monitor and my browser tabs when I was using it in a tab were muted. Yet if my full system isn't muted, I still hear clear. Interesting. It haunts you. I know that's not like a good thing for you. I'm in a like, I don't know, funny mood.
Now and we'll go for 100.
The only time I don't hear clear is when I'm on a Zoom meeting, because May. I know that's not like a good thing for you, Dylan. But that does make me laugh. What I would say is you probably want to is probably an OBS. I mean, I'll certainly add it as a feature that you can turn it off for sure. You know, I added that not expecting anybody else to be using it as part of the problem here. Little did I know folks like you would be so interested in it. But what I would do is like, so as we're talking about it, probably want to leverage this control audio via OBS on the browser source. And then what that does is it should create an element in here in the audio settings, and then you can just mute that. See that? Nice job, team. Nice job. Clearing the level. Level 29. Best for today? Freaking fantastic. Look at you all go. Does that help, Dylan, though? So if you have this set up to where you control audio via OBS, right? You check that box on the browser source. And then you come in here, you should see whatever you name that browser source as an audio source in the mixer, audio mixer view. However you have it laid out, it might be different than mine. You could then just mute that. So give that a shot and see. And then I won't haunt you in your dreams with my clear. There's that. Alrighty-o. Hopefully that helps. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, why won't logout work anymore? I guess one problem at a time. One problem at a time. Okay, we fixed that one. That's great. Kinda. We didn't fully fix that because I have it set up like that because I want it to go through my stream. Viewers like it and I think it's fun. I have it set to not monitor, so even if my stream is muted, if I have it open in a tab, it still goes through from somewhere. Oh, so you want it to play in the stream, but you don't want to hear it on your end. Oh, yeah, you know, that's a little wonky in terms of like, I don't clearly see how you can avoid that without, like, I would have thought the monitor off would work. You get to hear it multiple times. It's so great. I'm glad you enjoy it, May. Poor Dylan. Poor Dylan. I'm laughing at the premise of it, not laughing at the pain that you have to go through, Dylan, listening to me say clear. I'm glad to hear that your viewers enjoy it though. That's good. Like that's a good thing. I'm sorry that you're having to listen to it all the time though. You know, I kind of feel you on that because there's times where I'm working on it and I have all the sounds off and then but I'll hear the clear. How am I playing the clear actually? Let's look into this. Clear. Oh, where's the sound? It plays through the browser, like it's using the browser to play it. Like now with your stream, and I also hear Dylan's stream because I have the tool open on it. Yeah. Oh, I was like, who is playing on my stream right now? Everyone's here. Kirk is over there, all alone. I'll invite him over. I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna raid into you anyway, Dylan, soon, so. My stream runs on my headless PC anyway, so I only hear it if it's unmuted and I'm remoted in. Okay. Alright, not too bad. If I was really annoyed by it, I'd have shot it out of existence. It's kind of funny, a funny little quirk that I haven't been able to figure out. Also, I haven't put much effort into it, like I said. Okay. The list on screen is cut off. Oh. Like the words are cut off? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and by the top right up here. This little piece. Clear! Yeah. There it is again. We're hearing it twice. Here it is. You could no, because then this would like turn it off for the viewers. If your viewers like listening to it, then I don't think you really can change much on your end in that regard. But you should be able to. Maybe it's an OBS thing. You should be able to turn it off to where you don't hear it. That's definitely a OBS routing thing, like advanced audio properties. Oh, I have mine set to monitor. And, oh, you can see. I have mine set to monitor and output right here. You can see WAS helper and then monitor and output. You should have it if you do monitor off. You shouldn't hear it anymore. I'm not sure. I would have thought that would. You mentioned that you turned monitor off. I know that, but like I would have thought that would work for you. But in any case, it's if you're looking to maybe find a hacky way to sort through that in the WAS helper file, lines 202 to 209, Dylan. That's where it plays the assets clear MP3 file. If you, well, one way you could do it, but this would turn it off for all of for the game entirely, is if you blocked like this URL, like assets clear MP3, you could block that somehow in your browser or whatever, or on your computer from loading up. That's one way you could do it. That's just rough idea. All right, where was I? I'm gonna end up just working on this off stream anyway. Can't log out, can't authorize. Nothing works. Missing, invalid or missing user token. Clear.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Kirk Dundas.
Hey Kirk, welcome in. Happy to have you here. Dylan was saying you're playing Words on stream by yourself in his channel. We're gonna raid over there shortly in like 10-ish minutes or so. 12, a little over 10 minutes. So there you go. Nice catch on Big Word. Hello. Dylan says, hello, sorry to squirrel you on my clear. No, that's fine. I don't mind doing that stuff, Dylan. Outside of that, I'm working on things, trying to make progress on it. So, for folks that are here, if you have questions, I'm going to jump in and answer them, you know? All right. Let's see. Toggle bot authorization? What is that? That's just that. Is authenticated. We're not getting... is there a token? No. Okay. Okay, so it's not storing the token after logging in. That's part of the problem. Because then when it makes that request to authorize... That's the payload, but what about headers? Where's the request header? Show me the money. Yeah, it's not passing it in. Okay, so that's part of the problem with that. At least I identified that today. Identified that. I fixed, partially fixed the auth redirect. I think we can fully fix that before I go. So we can actually freaking log out, man. That'd be nice. Fix that. Refresh this. It's the server that's causing that redirect. /auth callback. Somewhere, something is telling it to do that. What's that API? Ah, right here. OAuth callback handler for both user and bot. New URL. It's got to be /API/. That's what it's the problem there. I think we fixed it. I think I fixed it. We're going to test it right now. Ooh, kiddo's home. Kiddo number 2. Ooh, close. Oh, right. I didn't want auth. I wanted just callback. Hold on. I'll be right there.
I'm not looking for someone to dry all my tears. No, I'm not looking for someone to scare away the fears. No, I know it's not gonna happen. Don't believe in happy forever after. No one should have to feel this torn. We're unable to speak with voices to soar. We could do better than this. We could do better than this. When you stand in the middle of the crowd, I wanna know it's me that you're
All right, I had to say hi. A few more minutes. Let's see if I fix that. Then I'll push those changes to my branches. It's not live. It's not public yet or published. I haven't hosted it anywhere, but it will be once I get it in a good stable state. You know I'm signing. All right, click login. Yes. All right, that flow worked. Now the thing is, though, I don't want it having hard-coded. Where were we before this? Allowed origins. That's fine. I don't want the default origin to be that. Get valid UI origin. I want it to be like clarkio.com. You know? I gotta set this to like this shouldn't be hard-coded. I need to pull this from like an environment variable, I think. So note to self to do. But we have that flow working now, so login goes smooth. If I can only get logout working. What is the API even expecting on a logout too? That's the other thing. Oh, obviously a body that's not empty, but like I'm just logging out. Why the heck do I need a body not empty? It's this that's logging that the post needs to have a body. Then this where's logout in here again? Right there. Auth API logout. The body can't be empty. Blah. Does that count? Oh, maybe you're right, Rugmat. It has to be a string. We'll say logout true. You know, just do it like that. And then over here, we log in. Press this thing. I don't know why that's going so slow. We do logout. Body is not valid JSON, but content type. Oh. All right, we're gonna do. What did you suggest again? It was like JSON stringify, right? JSON.stringify. This bad boy. Let's shut that up. Oh yeah, extra curly boy. Now, log in, log out. Hey! You almost had the literal JSON. You just needed to wrap the logout in escaped quotes, but that works too. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right, we got some work done. I got some things working here. Clap. All right, we'll play until you all fail. Hopefully you fail in 3 minutes. No, it doesn't have to be exactly that. Hey, oh, thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Thank you. Yeah. No failing. Lock in. I can't, you know what I could do to make you fail, right, Rugmat? Remember, I have the power for emote only mode. So, don't tempt me. Don't you tempt me. I could ban you. There. I wasn't going that far with it. I wasn't thinking like that. I was not gonna go that far with it. But that is another way. We're going to level 1000. All right, that doesn't affect VIPs. Yes, but it greatly limits what people can, how many players are playing. What level are you on now anyway? 39 was our best today. That's great. It's been a while since we got that far. Wow, that was a fast one, Rugmat.
The passion
The passion
takes over.
takes over.
Welcome in and thanks for joining today, Weaver Anonymous.
Hey, Weaver. Welcome back. Good to see you. We got 17 clears today. Nice job, chat. Personal best of 39. I think once we get the tool in like a really good state for like a 1.0 release, I think we make a strong run. We'll have a stream dedicated to make a strong run of beating our all-time best on the channel of 269. That was crazy that day.
I don't need nobody.
Yeah, I don't need nobody. I need more pumped up music right now. Clear! Ooh, careful with that. You do it a little too quick, the game gets all wonky sometimes. Nice. Let it get to the score, and then you can do continue. That's usually a safe bet when you want to do that. We into words I've never heard of. Sport? Sport? There we go. String. What I was just dealing with. JSON string. Ooh, we might pass the personal best for today on the last run right now. Ooh, shake it out. Let's go. Calmer. Mouse? Caramel, nice. Caramel or caramel? Racer or realm? Race car? Malar. Never heard of that before. Malar. Need to add that functionality to the chatbot once we get a chatbot working. All right, let's beat it. We're getting there. 36 out of 39. Danger. Something like ledge. Melder. Gamer. Gleam. This is a tough one. Uh-oh, we're in trouble, chat. We're in trouble. We're not going to beat the personal best today, are we? Manger? Mange. Green? Melty. Neglect. What the heck is this word? Guild. Oh, glide. We got glide. Glider. Glider is the big word. And gilder. Girdle. Nice. Oh, shoot. We're close. What's it going to be? One more word, chat. What's it gonna be? Oh, Dolphin saved it. Well done. Personal best today. Beat 22 clears on the 22nd day of August. Locked in. You were right, Rugmat. Everybody locked in. Big round of applause. Round of applause, real quick. This is just icing on the cake now. Also, you pushed me past 5:30. 6 minutes past. It's fine, though. It's fine. Keep the run going. Dinosaur. Thanks, Rugmat. Soldier. Sourdough. Ooh, reeds. Ooh, Padres. What the heck just happened? I had Padres as a big word, then it went to mixed words, and then it went to big word, and then... What the heck was that? That was a weird glitch. I think that's something you've reported, May. I just witnessed that. That was weird. Happens when there are multiple big words with the same length, maybe? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I don't know any other words to think of here. We tied the goal, though. That's crazy. Wasn't Drapes already guessed? That's funny. That's a bug too. I need to make note. I'm gonna make a clip of that actually. Let that go. Make sure I get the clip at the right point there. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Visited. Oh my, dolphin again. That's twice. Dolphin is goated. Holy smokes. That's wild. Onomatopoeia. Titration. Intimate. Nice job. Tate. Inmate. Matt. Miniate. Dang, you all got 71 out of 71. We got some professionals in here. I'm up against some professionals. We got Kirk Dolphin, Weaver, Rugmat and Rugmat Bot, Scarlet May. Kicking butt taking names. All right, let's see if we can break 50. Might as well while we're at it. Imposed. Oh, GG. Good stuff, everybody. Appreciate everybody helping out, playing the game. We are going to go right over into Dylan's stream, so you won't miss out on playing and continuing playing Words on stream right now. But before we do that, I just want to do quick thank yous, round out the rest of the stream, close it out, and then we'll head on over there. So stick around for that. Give me just a second to turn it off. Level 45 though. Nice job getting to level 45. Best today and best in a while, honestly. Hope you all been enjoying the stream. Have you heard of the word eidos before? Yes, I have. Eidos is a Greek word meaning form or essence. Very nice. All right. Quick shout out for folks that support the stream. Well, everybody that's been here chatting, lurking, playing Words on stream, I appreciate you. If you've been offering help with suggestions and ideas and fixes for the Words on Stream Assist tool, which will be renamed to Words on Stream Plus once we get the server set up and chat portion of the whole thing added into the mix. So keep an eye out for that. For those of you that do use the tool while you're playing Words on Stream on other streams, I appreciate that. A big shout out to Dylan, who subscribed with Prime today and was just helping out in general. Always a supporter of the stream. And I think that was everything else in terms of activity filter to call out there. A big shout out and thank you to everybody that was here hanging out. I appreciate you all. I will be back next Friday, same time, same place, 12:30 p.m. It will be August, the last Friday of August before we move into September. It'll be August 29th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on twitch.tv/ClarkYo and youtube.com/ClarkYo. So if you haven't done so already, drop a follow on Twitch. If you're on YouTube watching this, like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on upcoming streams here. And think about your wins of the week for next week going into it. If you haven't done so already, join the Discord if you'd like. We share our Wordle results each day in there in the community. We can see how we compare against each other. We built a bot for that keeps track of your scores of your Wordle week over week, or day over day actually. And we also play Connections, although we have not built a bot to keep track of the scores of that in a sense, or creating a scoring system. But that is on the back burner of projects, the ever-growing list of projects to work on. So if you're interested in all that, check it out, clarkyo.com/discord to do that. And I think that about does it. We're going to go head off. I'm going to roll the end credits as another thank you to everybody that supported the stream. But just know I appreciate you all being here, hanging out, and I will see you next week. All right, stick around. We're gonna head on over to Dylan's stream where he's playing more Words on Stream like 24/7. All right, appreciate you all. See you in the next one. Bye.